Harmful algal blooms, or better known as HABs, occur when colonies of algae grow and multiply while producing toxins which can be harmful to humans and aquatic organisms. Many freshwater species of phytoplankton are capable of producing toxic blooms. HABs have been reported in lakes and rivers across the 50 United States, but can also occur in marine systems. Examples include red tides, blue-green algae, and cyanobacteria. HABs come in different shapes and sizes, such as scattered green dots, long green stalks, pea soup, blue-green, or white in color. According to the EPA, microcystis and cylindrus permipsin are unsafe for bottle-fed infants and preschool children at about 0.3 micrograms per liter for microcystis and 0.7 micrograms per liter for cylindrus permipsin. These numbers increase minimally for school-aged children and adults at 1.6 micrograms per liter for microcystis and 3.0 micrograms per liter for cylindrus permipsin. Any number higher than 20 parts per billion should not be used. The chart below explains the difference in concentrations regarding low, moderate, high, and very high concentration levels in a body of water. Threshold development varies from state to state, so it's important to look at your state's guidelines and concentration levels for microcystis and cylindropermipsin algae. HABs typically occur in the summer when a body of water is stratified, when water temps are high, water is calm, and nutrients are prevalent. Nutrient pollution from human activity can increase the risk for a harmful algal bloom. Typically, nitrogen and phosphorus are to blame when they are released into a water body. Agriculture, stormwater runoff, wastewater, and lawn care products can create the perfect makeup for a harmful algal bloom. Harmful algal blooms can cause damage by blocking light from submergent plants, interrupting food web dynamics, and reducing oxygen. Some basic guidelines to follow are to hold off on swimming, wading, drinking, and cooking with water that has a bad odor, an off color, or you see floating deceased fish. Make sure to tell your local Department of Health or Environmental Conservation Agency if you see a bloom present. Educate others on the effects and identification of harmful algal blooms. Drinking, swimming, or wading in waters affected by a harmful algal bloom can cause rashes, stomach illness, neurological effects, and respiratory problems. But understanding the characteristics of a HAB may help keep you safe. The temporal and spatial heterogeneity of cyanobacteria bloom samples reflects the conditions at a single space and time and cannot be assumed to reflect any lasting conditions in one section of the lake or the entire lake. Individual samples may or may not reflect the highest densities of cyanotoxins present in a water body. But what we do know is that algae blooms occur when temperatures are high and nutrients from nitrogen and phosphorus feed toxic algae. Collection strategies for citizens include surveillance and sampling. Observations should be conducted by a trained member of a partner organization, which could be a volunteer or an agency worker. Collection of the samples should be from the densest portion of the bloom, using a water sample bottle. Be sure to wear appropriate gear to minimize contact with the bloom. After, please send samples to a laboratory to be analyzed for phytoplankton community composition. If you do not have a sample bottle, digital photographs of the bloom can be taken. If conducting surveillance on a boat, be sure to wear a PFD and have the appropriate watercraft safety equipment. Be able to give a visual description of the bloom and the area that it covers.